Since this room is full of sustainability experts, and I, of course, also work on sustainability topics, I thought it's a great idea not to talk about sustainability, but to talk about AI, at least in the context of sustainability on some slides. The target, as mentioned before, is to give you some questions, some topics you can discuss over during lunch. So hopefully there will be some new topics on it. And I guess AI is currently in everybody's mind, so it should work out. My name is Michael. I work for P3. P3 is an international, mainly consultancy, not only, also software development, and also technology advisory. We're here for the third time now. Always a pleasure. And usually I'm responsible for the sustainability topic. But as already mentioned, we also have some AI expertise. And I gathered with them before this event here in order to give you some new questions. And before diving in too deeply, I would like to give you like a basic structure, how you can organize the different maturity levels of AI. I'm quite sure that everybody in this room already used AI in some way. Probably some of you also used them already on corporate purposes. What we see here is a basic structure of 5 levels. Starting from you only chat with the AI, so you do basic queries, which everyone here is probably doing also privately. And the level 5 then is the full automatization. So an AI which is deciding on its own, making or working on tasks on its own, and so on. In order to help you a little bit on how to classify those 5 levels, we have those 4 characteristics: execution of tasks, analysis especially of data, of given data and of new data, decision making autonomously by AI, and of course the experience. So continuously evolving AI, which is always getting better and better and better and learning. And also, of course, making its own decisions. So what I would like to ask now is who of you is already using AI in an ESG management context? In company, of course. Okay, I would say about 60, 70%. Nice. So here, for example, first topic you can talk about later on what you do. Now, of course, we also had some ideas. So we gathered the last month some sustainability use cases, what you can AI use for in the context of sustainability. This is only some few examples of it. We have the reporting, and carbon management, and of course also supply chain and risk management. But what it becomes quite clearly here is, or lessons learned by doing so, is that there's a massive increase in the benefits, starting with level 3. So most of you probably use level 1 and level 2, ChatGPT, or probably also, I do it myself, have a newsletter on the new sustainability topics, which are interesting for me, which would be level 2. But with starting level 3, you have an increase of benefits, for example, cost-saving potentials, you have faster reaction time in your daily work, and of course you also have, coming with that, steering capabilities. So you are faster in deciding, you're faster in having all the information, so you're faster in deciding, and you can you can steer your sustainability topics, not only report them. On the other hand, there's of course also a downside. There are some milestones you need to achieve to be able to start with level 3 functions. That would be, for example, of course, an AI governance. That would be the training of your employees and also the digital AI infrastructure. So it's not anymore just using MS Copilot, for example. It's much more than that. But on the other hand, you of course need that anyway at some day for your company, not only for sustainability. purposes. And so what we see in the companies, our customers currently, is that there's an adaptation gap between the widespread level 1 and 2 options and the technically feasible level 3+ options. So second question, or not? Who is using already level 3+ functions? 1 with Tanso, 2 on Deloitte, okay. 2 of them, which I know in this round. Nice. Then let's have an example. And now I do not focus on sustainability. It's an example from one of our customers in quality management. So a customer contacted us. He has the problem that many of his quality managers are going to retire in the next years. And since it's a quite big company, so the problem is that there are different departments working on quality issues, having different data structure and IT systems. And most of the knowledge and the essential knowledge is in the heads of the quality manager, which is probably also the same for many other companies too. So the basic question was, how can I use the collective knowledge of company and my colleagues to quickly evaluate process, suppliers, and parts in quality management? It's a basic question. And to break it down in some more use cases, for example, a need for quite fast or quick process, supplier, or part-specific audits, really for one specific part, one of thousands in this company. A query on standards and methods, of course, with sustainability regulation also takes part here, but we also have many ISO standards and methodologies, and technology and supplier comparison. So, how does it work today? The quality manager himself need to gather all the information within the company, in the internet, external experts, and of course also the other quality managers. That's time-consuming. That's highly dependent on how much experience does this specific quality manager have, which is why we were looking for another way. And that's where we developed an standalone AI within the company, so it's on the company server, which has access to all those information sources. And in this way, it's especially increased quality and increased speed for all new decisions and all new actions in the quality management of the company. How does that look like? So now I hope it works. Let's see. This graph should show you how this AI works. And actually, oh, it's kind of dark. Okay, maybe over there it's a bit better. Actually, the graph is based on this AI. So it's not somehow done on another way, but it actually shows how the AI works. Usually you should be able, okay, it's kind of hard to see. You should be able to see some bubbles. Those bubbles are information domains, PDFs, methods, but also knowledge of the people using it. And the AI works on it by linking all those information domains, those information bubbles. Let's call it like that. And of course, you could say, well, that's the same other AI also do. So if I ask ChatGPT something about quality, then I get an answer. Yes, but then you have the problem that the data does not have that level of cybersecurity than it should have for many companies. So in this case, all the data is within the company, also on its own server. Then there's a cross-system data integration, so it's able to have access to all of the corporate's IT system. And of course, it learns also by the usage of the quality managers in this case. And now, that's what I want to give you to your lunch break. We have the vision that we want to build an AI sustainability assistant. Pretty much the same way we did it with QM. We are also working on different other departments for that company. So we kind of roll it out in department by department. And therefore, we are, of course, looking for partners, for pilot partners. So if you're interested, feel free to scan the QR code. And especially now for lunch, I have those questions for you. You might want to discuss with your colleagues, with your neighbors on your table, and have a nice chat on how can you be more efficient and cost savings using AI and sustainability. That's it.